How's it going, everybody? This is Top of Drabo. Hope you're having another great day, and welcome back to another video. I rarely ever do this on midweek, but I'm going to do it anyway since I have nothing better to do, and it's my week off from work this week, so I'm going to be doing another life update, where in this series I talk about everything that's been happening with me outside of YouTube, and also share with you some of the content that I have planned for the next couple of months. And for this one, with the NFL season beginning tomorrow night, I'm going to be sharing with you my predictions for what I think is going to happen in the 2023 NFL season and who will win, I think, the most prestigious awards as well as this season's Super Bowl. So stay tuned. At the very end of this video, I'm going to share with you some of what I think is going to be happening in the NFL season in this upcoming year. Alright, anyway, starting out with what's been happening with me outside of YouTube, and there's been a lot going on with me lately, especially during the middle of work as well. However, I will tell you, this summer was rather harsh on us at New Jersey City in regards to, the weather and us being able to hold outdoor events, because let's just say Mother Nature was not very nice to us this time around. Unfortunately, we had our summer outdoor series. However, unfortunately, only 2 of our 6 concerts, which were in South Amboy and Red Bank, were held in the outdoors because it was raining on most of those days. And also in the one day in Newark where I really thought we were going to have an outdoor concert, we had those wildfires and the smoke coming from Canada billowing into the city of Newark, and so unfortunately we had to move that indoors. And also we had our Chamber Series, which this year was in Jersey City. However, only one of those 3 was also held outdoors, which was the very first one. The other 2, Mother Nature played a huge role in moving us indoors with all the thunderstorms and rain that was going on that day as well. It sucks, but unfortunately, this is basically the way it is this year with Mother Nature. Unfortunately, there's just a lot going on in regards to climate change and all that stuff, and unfortunately, it really played big time with everything that happened to us this summer in regards to us being able to hold our summer events. But you know what? All the summer weather is going to be going away later this month. We're going to be heading back to my preferred kind of weather, and hopefully once we get into our new season this upcoming October, we'll be able to get back to doing what we do best, and that's holding our scheduled slate of concerts. And it's going to be another great one. It's going to be another great year coming up, and I definitely hope that I get to see most of you at some of our concerts there very soon. And obviously, as I mentioned before as well, we are going to be beginning our new season this upcoming month. Now, this weekend was actually supposed to be our Matilda concert, but unfortunately, as we all know, because of the SAG-AFTRA strike that's going on in LA, unfortunately, we had to postpone that. I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm not so sure if it's going to be this upcoming season, but you know what? Hopefully, we can still get that soon, because, obviously, the fact that we would have Danny DeVito there narrating that film, that obviously would be very exciting, but we're just going to have to see how things play out there in LA, which unfortunately doesn't appear to be ending anytime soon. And of course, I haven't forgotten about everything that's going on with Best Buddies New Jersey. This upcoming fall, obviously, we are going to be ramping up the Champion of the Year event, which obviously, again, we get to be paired with our champion nominees, and I have planning to be a mission partner again for this season. However, there's going to be quite a few nominees for Champion of the Year this year, and so I really don't know exactly what's going to happen there and who I'm going to be partnered with, if I'm going to be partnered at all. Hopefully, I get to be partnered again, because it was a lot of fun getting to do it last year, and I'm really looking forward to getting to do it again. It again culminates in early November, which, of course, we have the Champion of the Year Gala. I'm looking forward to getting to be there again, and it was definitely a lot of fun getting to be there the last 2 years, and really, I have no doubt in my mind it'll be another great one this November. Of course, celebrating inclusion, which I'm continuing to try to do at work, and also outside of it at home and with everywhere else in the community as well, is really important, especially, with everything that's been going on lately. So, I'm definitely looking forward to getting to take part in this again, and, whatever happens, I definitely am looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And last month, I also once again reunited with some of my friends over at Union College. I attended my first ever summer social there. That was a lot of fun. We actually had that at the River and Rail Cantina in Cranford. It was actually my very first time there, and I had some issues with finding some parking there, but ultimately that was all sorted out there. But that was definitely a lot of fun there, getting to have some good food and drinks, obviously, and, just getting to meet some of my old friends there again. And it was definitely a lot of fun getting to see them again. I'm looking forward to getting to see those people at the Union College Professionals Group, along with many other of my friends and staff at Union College more. I'm also looking at potentially making a visit to King University at some point as well, because it's been almost like 2.5 years since I've last seen all the staff and friends that I've been with there at King University. So I'm maybe looking at sometime this fall, maybe making a quick visit or 2 there. And so I'm really hoping to get to do that very soon, because it's been a while. And yeah, obviously it's going to be a very busy fall. You know, it's going to be a lot going on, and you know, to go along with that, there's also going to be a lot of real crazy content that I'm going to be making on YouTube as well. And of course, this is going to lead to my content update, in which I talk about everything that I'm planning for the next couple of months here on YouTube, and hopefully, you know, share with you what I have planned going on. So here's a look at what I am planning for the next couple of months for this fall. So the first one of them, absolutely, as I mentioned before, in regards to the video game content, I have not done a monthly haul since June. As I've mentioned before, I'm having to cut back on that because I'm largely running out of space to fill up most of my video game collection, obviously. But I am still looking at doing a couple more bad game reviews. There's actually one from the 007 video game franchise that I did play it as a spin-off, and even though I love the 007 franchise, this one I really did not like. So that's going to be a part of my bad game reviews. I'm hoping to do that within the next couple of months. And then also one more game, which I heard was widely regarded as one of the worst NASCAR video games of all time. So I'm maybe looking at reviewing that as well. And I'm also looking at doing some other video game reviews. You know, starting to look at some games that I felt like were actually pretty good, and then maybe also do some series as well. You know, maybe looking at from the past history of some of those video games. So, you know, in regards to what I have in my collection, if you would like me to do that, you know, let me know down in the comments and which games you would like for me to review next, obviously. And in regards to other content, I do have a couple of ideas for food challenges that I like to do over the next couple of months. I was thinking about doing one today. However, I'm actually going to hold that one off for this weekend, so that way I can have time to prepare for that. There's actually a new deal that's in KFC right now in regards to like a family bundle. I would really like to try to do a food challenge in regards to that, and maybe like one other place as well. You know, something like, you know, like another fast food restaurant, maybe something that's in my home as well. I actually recently got a large bag of chips, obviously, so maybe I can try to do something like that within the near future or something like that. So stay tuned on that. I'm going to probably take it a little easy on that because August was really a lot of food challenge content obviously, and I really don't want to gain a lot more weight than I really did. So I'm going to be toning it down a little bit on that, but there's still going to be a couple of those. There's also going to be a couple of classical conversations that I'm looking at doing as well. You know, with the season that's going to be beginning next month, I would like to make a couple of those. One of them would be, you know, in regards to how an orchestra is made. You know, what are some of the instruments that are in there, and you know, how a concert is actually planned. So I'm maybe looking at doing one of those, and also doing another one in regards to, you know, like film concerts. I'll probably more specify that for later in the fall, probably for like late October, especially for when Jurassic Park in concert comes around, because that's going to be a very exciting weekend. So, you know, stay tuned for that one. I'm looking at maybe doing one in regards to, you know, the experience of a film concert in general. And I also have a few other ideas on my mind. I have a couple of random thoughts that I'm looking at potentially doing in the fall as well as another things that I hate video that I'm probably looking at doing as well. I haven't done a things that I hate video in a little while, probably like since the early spring or something like that. And in regards to random thoughts, it's really going to depend on what happens between now and the end of this fall, but I do have a couple that I have in my mind that I would like to do. So stay tuned in the fall. I'm definitely going to share those with you as soon as I'm able to formulate those ideas. And yeah, you know, there's a lot more content to go along with that, obviously. So, you know, as I said before, if you have any content ideas for my channel, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. I'm definitely interested in hearing what you think I should make next. And yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of interesting ideas from you. So I really want to know from you what you like for me to make next, because it's going to be a real exciting fall full of content. And I'm definitely looking forward to sharing that with you the next couple of months. So feel free to let me know down in the comments below. And finally, this Thursday is the beginning of a brand new NFL season. Now, I did have thoughts about making another predictions video for the NFL, but I've decided to save it for the end of this life update because there are way too many stories that are taking place in the NFL this year that are leading up into this season. And I felt like that if I tried to make a video on that, it was probably going to be a very long video. So I didn't feel like it was worth the time to really force the issue on that one. So I'm just going to be making my predictions in regards to what I think is going to be happening this upcoming season and who's going to win some of the most prestigious awards. The first one of them is the Comeback Player of the Year award, and I think this should be no exception. I think it's going to be very clear who's going to be getting that award, and I think it's Damar Hamlin for the Buffalo Bills. You know, what happened to him earlier this year in January, it was definitely very scary. I did talk about that in one of my earliest videos of 2023, and really the fact that he is still playing and was recently cleared, and not only that, even made the 53-man roster. I don't know if he's going to be a starter, but if he gets an opportunity to play this season, I really hope he does well, because it would be one of the greatest comeback stories in the history of modern day sports. And trust me, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of celebration in regards to that whenever he does take the field. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what he can do this year, and if he ever gets the chance to play, I'm definitely right now going to be telling you Damar is going to be a lock for that Comeback Player of the Year award. In regards to Rookie of the Year, there are a lot of great rookies that are heading into the NFL this season, and this mostly specifies with the quarterback battle. There are obviously 3 QBs that are going to be starting in week 1, and I think that they all have bright futures. But in regards to who I think is going to win Rookie of the Year this year, I'm going to say it's going to be Bryce Young, the number 1 overall pick of this year's NFL draft, and the Carolina Panthers. And the one thing that I think that he has going for him is that he does have a slightly better roster with some more well-known names like Adam Thielen, who recently joined them from the Minnesota Vikings, and along with a couple other guys. I definitely feel like that's going to help Bryce Young get a lot of production and a lot of a good learning experience as well for this upcoming season. CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson, I do see them having bright futures, but let's face it, I mean, their rosters suck at this point, and I really don't have much for them in regards to what's going to happen in their rookie season, so I don't expect much out of them. But in the end, I definitely feel like that, even though there are a lot of good rookies in there this year, I definitely feel like that Bryce Young right now is in the best position, so I feel like that he's going to take the crown for that one. In regards to the week MVP, I'm just going to go out of left field here, and I'm just going to say Patrick Mahomes. I mean, last season was an absolutely standout year. You know, obviously his second MVP award, and led his team to the Super Bowl, which ended the curse of players that won the MVP award and not winning the Super Bowl that same exact year. I mean, it's been a while since a QB won the MVP award and the Super Bowl in the same season. Patrick did that last year, and he's the best player in the NFL right now, and it's not even close right now. I mean, the way he plays, you know, he's basically the next Tom Brady as things work right now, and that's not changing, especially since he's still that young. So, you know, unless somebody really gives him a major challenge, I think we're going to be seeing the same situation that we saw with Aaron Rodgers when he was with Green Bay earlier in the decade when he won 3 straight MVP awards. I think this is where things are heading right now. I don't think it's going to be much of a competition unless somebody can really give him a challenge. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to win the MVP award for the second year in a row and for the third time in his career. And finally, who I think will win Super Bowl 58 this season. Now, if you know me, I am so excited for my New York Jets this season. You know, the fact that we got Aaron Rodgers, we recently got Dalvin Cook, and a whole bunch of big weapons on offense. I'm still a little worried about our offensive line, but all of that around them, and then the defense, obviously, this is going to be a New York Jets team that I think for the first time in a long time can be a playoff contender and maybe even contenders for the Super Bowl. Obviously, the motto is going to be, you know, Super Bowl or bust, and I definitely feel like that they are going to be a major contender this year, and I'm definitely hoping they can get there. It will be very exciting, but do I have them winning the Super Bowl this season? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Right now, I'm leaning towards no. I definitely think that they're going to give it a great run. As much as I would be excited to see the Jets make it to the Super Bowl and win it this season, I definitely think they'll have a shot at it. Unfortunately, I think they're going to come up just a bit short. I most likely have them going somewhere in the divisional round in the AFC playoffs, or maybe even the championship game if they're that lucky. But I ultimately think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. And then in the NFC, Philadelphia Eagles, I definitely think right now that, you know, they are the best team in the NFC in regards to the way their roster works right now. I definitely thought that they have lost a lot of guys and things are going to look very bad, but they look like there's not really that many big changes from them. I mean, they still were able to reload with a whole bunch of guys on their roster, and really, Philadelphia looks primed to make another run for the Super Bowl. So yeah, I think we get a rematch of Super Bowl 57 for Super Bowl 58. I think the Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles are really the teams to beat this year in the NFL. And in regards to who wins the Super Bowl, I think it's going to be a close one, but last year, I really do feel like that Philadelphia was wronged late in that Super Bowl. I didn't know if they were going to be able to win it, but man, that late call last year, it definitely wronged them, and that's what led the Chiefs to win that Super Bowl. So I felt bad for Philly Nation, and as much as I'm shocked to say this, I feel like that this season, they are going to get their revenge. I feel like that right now, the Philadelphia Eagles are probably going to be the bet to win Super Bowl 58 this season. Now again, the Kansas City Chiefs, obviously, they won last year, and even with, you know, most of their guys, you know, that were in their past teams gone, and really just having Travis Kelce as their only real major weapon on offense, they still are stacked on both offense and defense, and I definitely feel like that after Philadelphia, Kansas City is probably the next best bet. So really, in regards to the picture for the AFC and the NFC, I don't see much changing. I still think that those two teams are the best in their entire conference. And yes, I say this as a Jets fan. I'm just being brutally honest here, because right now, Kansas City and Philadelphia, I don't think there's anybody that has anything on them right now. Again, I definitely feel like that Philadelphia should have won last year's Super Bowl with the way things were looking, and I really feel like that they were ripped away from that opportunity by a real bogus call late in that game, which would have allowed Kansas City to win it. But, you know, as long as Jalen Hurts continues to play the way he did like last season, and ultimately everybody else steps in and contributes to their roles as well, I really feel like that Philadelphia is going to get Kansas City another run for their money, and this time around, I really think that it's going to be close, but I feel like that this season, I feel like Philadelphia will finally break through, get their revenge on Kansas City, and get their second Super Bowl title. That's my prediction. Again, it's provisional. Things can obviously change depending on what happens during the course of this season. So yeah, it's going to be a fun NFL season. I'm really looking forward to week 1 this weekend. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, and in regards to everything else this fall, as I mentioned before, a lot of great content, a lot of real fun, exciting activities that I'm going to be taking part in, and it's going to all lead up to my last life update of the season this November. Probably going to be doing it around Thanksgiving weekend again. Either way, we'll talk about everything that I did during the fall, and then what's going to happen for the rest of the season. I'm looking forward to sharing with you a lot of what's going to happen over the next couple of months in that one. And yeah, I'm just glad the summer's over because it's been a lot of heat this summer, and so I'm really looking forward for things to cool down in regards to weather and for the activities that are happening in the fall to really ramp up a bit. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, if you'd like to see more of my content, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when my latest video is released. Comment below for future suggestions for all my videos, whether it's blogs, projects, or challenges, you name it. Leave it in the comments below and I'll do my best to make them. As always, follow me on my social media. All the links are in the description below. That's going to do it for this midweek upload. I hope you're having another great day. And as always, I hope to see you all again in another video very soon. So long, everybody.